Good afternoon, folks. It's Saturday about 3 p.m. I'm recording this video for you guys tomorrow. I have church and I don't want to really overlap the two. Messes with my head to do Jesus and the devil of politics in the same day. So anyway, I guess I wanted to update you a little bit more about Ellis Lake. So as I told you in a previous video, it looks like this is a kumbaya moment where we have the opportunity to work with the people normally working against us, with the oligarchy, and together with some of the new people that we all helped get elected. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. You know, every once in a while somebody has a coming to Jesus moment and it changes their life drastically. Maybe having a bunch of constituents upset with these people and the risk of losing their jobs has brought them to the table. Whatever it takes, you know. I might as well tell you guys now what brought me, to my kumbaya moment to see things differently. So, especially since it looks like some of my opposition is wanting to go ahead and bring it up, so let's bring it up. Eventually I'll come clean to you about everything in my past, even the stuff that you don't want to hear about. So about 15 years ago, my life changed. Officer Hatfield arrested me, and he said he was going to save my life over on the Yuba County side. I think I had a simple possession of methamphetamine, and I had been using every day for almost 3 years. It started out as a drug that, I had a grandparent die and ended up breaking up from a 5-year relationship, and methamphetamine is a workaholic's drug, especially since you feel no physical or emotional pain. So, about the time that I got busted finally, I had just prayed to God maybe a couple of weeks before to take the addiction from me. Now, I didn't think legal problems were the way he was going to take it from me, but it worked. In any case, it worked. So I was on a Prop 36 felony probation, which the voters of California put through several years back, and it was a very difficult program, with only about 11% of us successfully graduating it and diverting going to prison. I had had simple possession of methamphetamine because I was already not liked very well around here. Instead of giving me a slap on the wrist, they were trying to give me something like 14 years in prison, and it wasn't a large amount or sales or anything like that. In any case, I cleaned up. I got straightened up, and good things started happening for me. Now, maybe they'll tell you because of this, I can't do the job or whatever, but there's some other things that you should know, and I really don't like to brag about it, but I need to explain some of my weirdness on camera that isn't drug related. So, I'm just one of these really weird, smart people that spends a lot of time in their head thinking about different stuff. For example, with this Ellis Lake cleanup, I thought back to when I used to have fish ponds at a couple of rentals that I had rented, and when I would blast the pond water, when it had gotten, algified enough to look like Ellis Lake, I would drain it and I would use it on my lawn, and it did a better job than anything you can buy in the store as far as greening it up. So I'm all like, today, well, why don't we do where we use sprinklers that run out of Ellis Lake to drop the lake level to allow for more fresh water to be put in, other than the 5 feet it drops annually according to Mayor Branscum. So in any case, that's just one of the things, I'm cooking dinner or whatever and it pops into my head. This is in part because my personality type is the same as Steve Jobs and Gordon Ramsay's, which if you could tell my personality, obviously, you might see some similarities between the two since they were smart. Well, Gordon's still alive, but pretty much that's what you're dealing with, so that's what you're getting. So, the oligarchy has been good enough to use these ideas for many years. I used to keep notebooks, and somehow they kept getting stolen and disappearing, so it's all up here anymore, But if any of my past was really going to do anything but try to be used by them to work against me, like say any of it's true where maybe I'm deficient from it or whatever, how come my friends and I are always beating them back? Why is it that no matter what they do and try, they seem to always be on the losing side? Well, in addition to being smart, I'll tell you what the reason is. none of you want them around anymore. And I do a great job of organizing you guys. In fact, I know some of you might be a little prejudiced because I've overcome drug addiction, you know, but trust me, if you guys wanted to go ahead and vote in some hair follicle test for pre-election employment, I would be all for it. But I'm not sure all the other ones would, especially in the old days before we started ousting them. So anyway, just because I'm the one who's honest with you doesn't mean I'm the only one with a past drug problem or a current alcohol problem, which at least I don't have that like some of our elected officials. So carry on, enjoy your time. Please sign up to volunteer for Ellis Lake, and that you want this stuff. The more signatures they get and the more attention this gets, the better chance of getting that $3 million grant. So I guess in addition to the work Charlie Matthews and Dale Whitmore started, where Yuba Water Agency is paying to clean up the lake by adding fresh water, this grant is $3 million coming from Sacramento to build sidewalks and all kinds of different stuff that they could do there. So please contact, Chris Branscum, Mayor Branscum. Please contact City Councilman Gilcchrist and work on this, because I'm telling you, Marysville, if we want a clean lake, all we have to do is get active. And they tell me the more people who take this survey, which it looks like sidewalks is what the new city manager is pushing, which I think is a great idea, to push the sidewalks above all that other stuff. Because if you've ever walked around Ellis Lake, I'm overweight now, but a few years ago I trimmed down, well, about 8 years ago, before I put it back on. And I used to run around Ellis Lake when I was living in Marysville at the time. And if you've ever almost fallen in that lake, it's scary, folks, because you don't even know what's in there. Could be some homeless, there's some syringes in there. Maybe you land on a corpse. Who knows? So I think the sidewalks, to go with the beautification of the water, thanks to Charlie Matthews, is the way to go. Maybe you think differently. Either way, take that survey, sign your name up, and contact your city council members to see what you can do to help more. All right, enjoy your Sunday. I'll talk to you soon. Hit me with any questions you guys want. I really feel like putting out the videos isn't enough. I want input other than the negative input I get from our opposition. All right, guys, take it easy.